What is going on, Lunatic Fringe, guys? This is a journey I've been waiting to take you on for a long time. It's happening before our eyes right now. Does that mean price action is going crazy? No, it doesn't, but let me show you why I think it's about to. Strap in, strap on, do whatever you strap. Let's get after it. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. This is a banger. All right, so before we get started, terrapump.fun. You guys know, brand new platform here. And green peas is beating me, okay? We are number 1 and number 2 right now in new capital inflow in the market. And for those of you who don't know, yesterday I launched, we've got Terra Pump Fun that we've launched, okay? It's terrapump.fun. You can come over here and check it out and you can start buying meme coins. Mine is the very first meme coin to ever be launched on this platform. And Greenpeace came right after it, and as you can see right now, their price is basically 4 cents to my 2 cents, which means that these guys are they're buying too much. They're buying, stop these guys, right? Buy some Believes crypto. And by the way, we don't get rewarded. We don't get money for this is not a money grab. This is really a test to see. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. It's a buy from me, not from this dude. You know what I mean? LUNC Lover 69, whatever, if that's even your real name. My real name is Believes, last name Crypto. I'm just kidding, of course, but, you know. Anyway, so LUNC Lover 69, I think, is the one that launched this one. So now it's a race to the bonding process, right? Just like pump.fun, there's a bonding process when you reach a threshold. That threshold is 75 million LUNC. Right now, we have 4.8 million LUNC. They've got 9.8 million. Now, either one of these, buy either one of these. Now, it doesn't matter which one you get. It should be Believes, but it doesn't matter which one you get. But it should be Believes, but it doesn't matter which one you get. What we're trying to do is get to 75 million Luna Classic to get this thing unbonded and out into the wild, if you will, right? That graduates it off of pump.fun. And when you come down here, you can see that there's like 30 or 40 of them that have launched over the last day or so. And, you know, basically it's just a bunch of people that are launching their own just to see, you know, and look, you've got Butt, you've got Paco, you've got Heaven, you've got Nutsack, you've got Rock, you've got Terra, you've got this website is total BS. I assume that's from Happy Caddy Crypto because, just so you guys understand, it takes a while to build one of these. Terrapump.fun took about 4 months to build. Just so you guys understand. In the meantime, Happy Caddy Crypto decided he was going to launch his own. So the fact that he made an announcement before me doesn't mean that mine's not done. Do you know what I mean? So I had somebody, and the reason that I bring that up is because I had somebody in chat yesterday saying, why would you launch something when Happy Caddy Crypto already announced it? Because that means like you're taking from him because he's the one that's trying to do it. Okay, I was there first. I mean, it's pretty simple. The fact that I didn't tell you that I was doing it doesn't mean that it wasn't in the works. Doesn't mean that it wasn't going on in the background for all this time. So anyway, the point to it all is we hate green peas and we love Believes, right? That's the important part. Harvey Specter, really? Mike Ross is greater than Harvey. Even Louis J. Lit. You got lit up son is better than Harvey Specter. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, just come on, man. So anyway, it looks like we've got the advantage over here, and Peas has got a bigger advantage. So if you want to contribute to either one of these to get it unbonded, because we want to see through this process if the unbonding just kind of clears it, and then once it clears it, you know, does it, you know, into the wild, it goes, and I mean, really, we're just going to see how this thing, okay, so here you have it. Here we are. Let's get to the unbonding phase. Let's be first. If we're not first, we'll be second. You know what I mean? Like, we just need one to graduate to make sure that everything works without a hitch, and then we can move on. And now, from this point forward, we're going to have our own terrapump.fun, and then all we have to do, advertise, get people in here, and guess what? Your value is going to go up. You know why your value is going to go up? Remember what I told you I was going to do? Well, guess what? I've done it. All right. Let me explain it to you. I sold half of my Luna Classic that I've got in this wallet, I should say, for USTC. So now, if you notice, for the last bunch of days, I've had 6 USTC, just 6 USTC sitting in that wallet. Now we've got 36,000 because I just bought like $400 worth, right? $440. Basically split whatever I had in half so that we got some USTC. Now you might be asking yourself, why would you buy USTC? You said 0.008 was your number. Well, because I got FOMO'd. This just happened. 247 million got burned. Luna Classic got burned, but right here it's the LFG. LFG just burned 1.77 billion. Now, what that means is coming over to this top holder wallet. Do you remember that top holder wallet that we had in USTC? Gone. Now, that is a crazy good move, but it's just the start of crazy good moves, because that's not even the important wallets. That was already pulled out of the circulating supply. That's why we had 7.8 billion USTC, I want to say, and we had 5.5 or 5.6 in circulation, right? That means that the value hasn't changed a lot, but volume is up, which means I think price is going to start to rip in a moment's notice. But here's the important part. It's an indicator that they're still working through their issues, and that means this is going to disappear. That means this is going to disappear, and these are going to be on-chain burns. So we're talking about 350 million more USTC. By the way, other than Binance, 350 is what the top wallet holds. So this is an opportunity, in my opinion. This is going to be a big opportunity right now to get in where you fit in, baby. This is going to be in my opinion, a massive move. Now, what's going to happen is basically, here's what you're going to take. You're going to take your market cap, you're going to take your available supply, and then you're just going to, and by the way, it's not going to be a huge amount, but it's going to be significant when you feel it. And it's going to be the circulating supply being reduced by 350 million more tokens, taking it down to 5.24, basically. Then you're going to divide that by the market cap, and that's going to mean that this price is going to go up. Now, if we get some motivation, we get some incentive in the meantime, that is one of the things that would cause a dynamic breakout of USTC. Plus, I'm going to couple this with some information that I'm about to give you to make it even bigger, but I think this means USTC is about to absolutely rip. Okay, now back over here, 727 million Luna Classic have been burned over the last 7 days. That includes yesterday's burn. That was the big one, that big 535 million from Binance. Then today, 247 million. So we're starting to see that build is happening one more time. We get a couple of days again with this. It doesn't mean, by the way, that price is going to go crazy because of it. It just means that, now we've got some more exciting burns happening. Doesn't mean price action is going to correspond to it, but it does mean that we're laying the groundwork for it to. So let's talk about the price action right here. Now, as the U.S. market comes on, and we should be, I should say, the Asian markets and the European markets were not kind overnight. They were not horrible, but they were not kind. So going into yesterday, going into last night, we were having a pretty decent day, a nice little recovery. Lost a little bit after the U.S. market, later in the night, came down, and then we had this big dip down here, 2.66. We were down about $50 billion in the overnights. Now, after that, the European market opened up, started buying, and then we stopped right here. You can see that, and we had this wick coming down just recently that was taking us down, but it looks like the U.S. market is coming online, and the U.S. market is a buyer. Now, what does that mean if the U.S. market is a buyer? Well, let's go back down here to the daily, and let's look at the capital inflow. Again, capital inflow is what matters the most, and that capital inflow looks big. Okay, now the question is, have we finished our move down here? Has that capital flown the right way? And look, all I'm saying is this thing matches up almost perfect. Okay, and it's just the last little dump right here, that last little dump clearing out. Now I think we're in. Okay, now here's the thing. All right, we could be at this spot right here. We could have one more dump going because this little spike right here, to me, could correspond to this little spike right here. But when I lay it out, what I think is this little upward momentum right here is actually this little upward, kind of what it feels like over a few days. I know I'm kind of dressing a little bit, but I think that we're in the spot where we're hitting banana zone, or at least a banana zone. So this could be that we're going to have a pretty good day. This could be an indicator that some things are starting to fall into place. But the market, I do think that we're going to be doing a test up here at 4.4 trillion market cap very, very quickly. As you can see, as we're doing this, we were down 25 billion to start this part of the conversation. We're down 12 billion right now. U.S. market coming online. Maybe they're going to be a buyer. Maybe we're going to see something. I don't know yet. Today is Liberation Day for the United States, is what Donald Trump calls it. This is when the tariffs go into effect, and we're going to see how this tariff war is going to be affected and what he's going to do, what kind of announcements are going to be made. And I think that this will be moving very, very quickly. Now, that does mean there is some downside possibility depending on the worst possible outcome being the game. And look, people are going to fight Donald Trump every step of the way. I mean, you know, we can gloss over it, but I mean, he's sitting U.S. president, right? He's a sitting U.S. president. So what I think, well, I guess, you know, what I think doesn't really matter. The reality is people don't like him, so they're going to fight back, if you will. And that's not great for us, but it's not horrible. Okay. So let's, fingers crossed that this is going to be the start of a good day. This is a great week, by the way. I think as far as data comes in, the data that we got Tuesday told us that, yes, it is time for a rate cut. The data that we get today, not really the same, but maybe we're going to get a rate cut. You know, maybe we're in line for that rate cut. And Jerome Powell will be speaking in 2 days, and maybe that gives us, you know, some insight into that rate cut. They'll be meeting very soon, and when they do, that's the discussion. Do we begin a more robust quantitative easing? Do we protect America, or do we make America pay? You know what I mean? And they should be protecting us. You know, and reducing the rates at this point, I think, is the protection. Remember the last time this happened, when we started quantitative tightening, the Fed moved too slowly and thus left us in a long-term stagflation, a recessionary sort of environment. And if they move quicker this time, then we recover better out of that. So on the chart, on the agenda here, you've got today, we've got the reciprocal tariff plan announcement, which is scheduled for 1500 hours, which is going to be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow, you've got the ISM services, and then you've got Fed Chair's speech, and then you've got the unemployment rate with the actual forecast and non-payroll numbers of the forecast of 140 and the forecast of 0.1 unemployment. So if unemployment ticks up a little bit, if new jobs comes down a little bit, more quantitative easing, they're giving us the incentive to do it. So fingers crossed this is going to happen. Again, guys, I feel like we're actually in something right now. These things come when you least expect it, but I found a strategy here that I think allows us to expect it to happen. So fingers crossed. Now, as far as volume goes, we're up 20% in volume, but we're down 2.5%, which, I mean, expected. But again, USTC, you can see it's starting to move just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit. I feel like we're going to see some anticipation right now of a spike in USTC. I feel like we're going to see some anticipation, and I think it's going to go to like 2.2 cents. When I look at it from a chart perspective, I think I gave you this up here, like around 2.2. So I think what you're going to see is you're going to see like a little bit of a reversal of trend, and we're just going to bite up here. You know, again, it's about a 2x. So this is an estimate. So if we get this right here, I will be selling and converting back over to Luna Classic. I don't think that it would double my bag because, you know, Luna Classic would move along with it. But I think that the pump on USTC would be a little bit bigger at this point if, in fact, we get a nice little rip. And do we get a God candle? That's going to be the question. And if you look at this, you look at the volume, you look at the fair dollar value, you look at the market cap, you look at all the pieces that are in place right now, you look at, you know, where you are. It won't take much it won't take much to move the liquidity of this up to 200. To put this at a 200 million market cap and triple, you know what I mean? This thing in a heartbeat. And that 200 million market cap, just like that, you know what I mean? And that's a 3x. So maybe we're going to get just a crazy, crazy move. I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, as far as the rest of it goes, we've got the Binance burns 525 million. It's all happening right now. So, we're finally getting to that moment, and we're starting to see people talking about it now. Leonardo had a good question here. Will there be a way to view what assets are in the CMM so that we can watch it grow on a CMM statistic website or something similar to how Happy Caddy Crypto has a LUNC-statistics page? Yes, you highlight a critical element in title decks. It would be something similar to the analytics package created to support title decks. Was built by Ceramic for C Zodiac. So if you want to check out what's going on with Clay and the market maker, then boom, there you go. You can check that out. So that is it right now. A reminder here. Harvey Specter is gross, believes crypto is better than Harvey Specter. I am the Harvey Specter of cryptocurrency. So guys, again, either one of these, it doesn't really matter. I don't make money off of this, and by the way, for anybody who has somebody who could sponsor the channel, I don't have any sponsors for the channel right now. So any sponsors that you have in the LUNC community would certainly help. So, but anyway, buy some of Beliefs or buy some of the P's. Let's get one of these unbonded. Once we get that unbonded, then we can see how the process works, and then we can move on to the next phase of development here. But we are trying to bring you something fantastic and something opportunistic. So if you have any questions, put them in the comment section down below. And remember, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right.